Hey everyone. So today we're going to be talking about the backdooring beast team. This team, out of a lot of backdoor teams that I played, is one of the most effective ways of taking out one of your opponent's key Axies. In Origin, your opponent tends to hide an Axie towards the back of the team in order to prevent it to be killed off early, but with this team, it doesn't matter. You can take it out and get rid of a huge problem that would come up later in the game if you didn't take care of it early. I wanted to shout out Super Slayin, or Zach as he's known, for really theory crafting this kind of team early on, and also Sean from Quest, who I originally saw him play something like this against me, and believe me, it destroyed me. So with all that said, let's get started. Alright, let's start off with the runes and charms here. Let's start off with the tank right away. This one doesn't have much special stuff. All you need to do is get a purebred beast, but it has to have this. First, you get the pangolin scale, which gives you a 25% reduction in damage, which makes it so strong. But as far as the cards you need, make sure to get a puppy. That's going to be essential for the combo. You're going to need a Goda as well, just to have another banish card for this tank, and also a Cottontail, very essential for this combo. Those three are needed, and the other two cards can just be high damage dealing beast cards because they're not going to really matter. Your tank's just there to take damage. But let's look at the charms that they have. Right here, we see we put a pre-order tag. A pre-order tag adds a Nate, or it starts in your hand, basically early game. So Puppy gets a Nate. We're going to add another pre-order tag to Cottontail right here, which also adds some more innate. And the last one, we're going to use an Energy Drink M just to add Banish to one of the cards. That way you thin out your deck fast as possible, and a little Vitality on the end. And that's pretty much it for the tank. The next Axie we have is the midliner, and this one does need a specific parts for it. So we're going to use again the pangolin scale rune just to have more reduction, just to be tanky. But the most essential parts of this Axie are definitely its horn right here. So the horn, you want to get Pocky. Pocky does a random it applies taunt to a random enemy. But when we apply a certain charms to it, you can target whoever you want. So applying taunt to your enemy means that you'll target all your damage that you do will target that Axie from that point for that turn. So that's really good. The other card it needs is Cottontail as well, just to have another banish card and to give a little energy, and as well as Zeal. Zeal that allows you to search your deck. And the other cards don't matter as much, but preferably high damage cards. Ronin tends to be really good because it could just combo with a lot of things in this deck a lot. Let's look at the charms real quick. Right here, we're going to do basically, the only thing you need is a pre-ordered tag or a Nate to add a Nate to the Zeal right here, which is very essential. You need to do that part. And the next thing I did was just to add a Mask of Frenzy, just to give your beast a little bit more fury generation throughout your build. And this is the most essential part. For the Pocky, add a Rocket Stamp. And Rocket Stamp allows you this card specifically to target any Axie, which makes it easy to target the midliner or the backliner for a team that you're playing against. And the other cards, they don't get many charms, just add a Vitality Rune just to give it a little bit more tankiness, but pretty much this is all you need for this one. And the last one we're looking at is the closer or the finisher for the team. This one has a lot of damage in it. We're going to go with the Fury, Endless Anger rune right here. And as far as cards that it needs, I would preferably choose two cards that banish. So Zeal and Cottontail allow you to search for stuff, but the main damage cards that you should get on it is Little Branch. It just provides a ton of fury for your Axie, and it has 130 damage, which is really good for a beast. Axie Kiss allows you to target without needing any special charms, so that makes it so strong, and if you manage to trigger this effect, it's actually very powerful. And Believer, another energy generator that you can use, also has AoE to it, so you can potentially get out of certain situations. And Ronin, of course, always doing a lot of damage. Ronin is essential for beasts right now. And here's the charms and runes, very simple. You're just going to add Mask of Frenzy to the Axie Kiss, Mask of Frenzy to the Believer, and Mask of Frenzy to this one as well, to the Ronin. And just add more vitality to your Axie because Little Branch generates rage on its own. All right, so let's see this team in action. So I go first. As you're gonna notice, I immediately draw all the initial cards. I draw the Zeal right here, I draw the Cottontail, and I draw the Puppy, as well as a few other cards. These don't matter usually, but we got the Puppy right here, the Pocky early. So you're gonna see the combo in full effect. Basically, I'm gonna use Pocky to attack the back Axie, target it, and use it and attack it again with Puppy. So you're gonna see the combo right now. So hit it with Pocky, and it's targeted now. So you get the Pocky back again, hit it again right there. That's pretty good. I drew out a Ronin with the Zeal. Use Cottontail, use Ronin, and you do a lot of damage. You see, he's almost dead just from that one little combo. And he's trying to figure out what to do because he's gonna be taunted again. Because I hit Pocky twice, the taunt stays on him for the next turn as well. Because you have 2 stacks on him. So he's like right there waiting, seeing what he's gonna do. So we're gonna go here. And a lot of damage coming. He's still taunted, so I go in, 145 damage. He's pretty much gonna be dead now. He gets hit, he's done. I go into rage mode right here. I'm doing a bunch of damage right now. So he's just going crazy. I could have played around this, but I made a small mistake right there in my calculation. But now he's just trying to play from behind. His whole strategy was based off of that Topaz in the back living. But you see, that's all done. Like, he has to try to play with these, and they weren't meant to last longer than a few like turns. So now he's gonna try to play around it, but realistically, the game's already pretty much won. We're gonna play it out right here a little bit, just to make sure. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a dominant win right here. And yeah, it just shows the power of like backdooring, and it's gonna be really good. So just doing a bunch of damage to him to whittle down these last two. And you see, he had a lot of good defense cards with this Axie, but unfortunately, he's not going to be able to use them much. So the attack was so lethal, it went right through it. So he's just going to keep playing it out. You're going to go with his damage cards. He had a whole strategy going, and as you can see, it's not going to work out for him. He still has to deal with this Axie, which is able to generate a lot of fury really fast, and he has to deal with this secondary tank right here. But he's going. I draw this again, so that's gonna go in right away. 145. He's almost dead just with that one. I got a little bit unlucky with this one, but I just hit him 3 times. But fortunately, I had another Cottontail. That's why the Cottontails are so strong in this deck. You could just gain energy just to finish off people. And I went to Fury mode actually. So look at 157 damage to a tank, a pangolin scale Axie right here, 25% less damage. So that's pretty much dead. This is pretty much GG for one Drifter right here. And this is how games usually go. Like, it's, if they were planning to just for you not to target the back Axie, it completely obliterates those strategies right here. So that was my Backdoor Beast build. As you saw, it's really strong right now, and it really takes care of a lot of decks that are very popular right now, like let's say a Banish Topaz build. And also I've seen it take down stall-y decks, which put like their stall Axie in the back, trying to set up for later, but if you don't give them that time, they won't be able to do that. As always, note that these teams are liable to be balanced and changed as the meta continues. What's good this week might not be good next week, but it helps me really showcase a lot of different mechanics such as Pocky, which might be good for you to build your deck in the future. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, as it truly helps me out. And going forward, I'm gonna make more of these meta builds for you guys, to give you guys an experience of Origin and maybe give you insight about different mechanics you may not have been aware of. Anyways, that ends it for this video. Take care, and I'll see you guys all next time.